Rex, bitch, I went Saks thrift shopping. Police pulled over me and I switched topics.
What is going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's the man himself coming at you guys with a series of videos. This is going to be 1 out of 4. And by the title, we're trying to get Gears 5 fixed. That's what the purpose of these videos is going to be. So right out the bat, I want to say, if you are a campaign player or horde player or escape player, these videos might not exactly be for you because I mainly play multiplayer. I'm going to focus mainly on multiplayer, but on the 4th install of the videos, I'm going to focus on different bugs and other things, so I will kind of touch on campaign, horde, and escape, but I just want to get that out there. So this video is going to be focused on matchmaking. The second video is going to be focused more on mechanics, so things like aim assist, elimination damage, the Nasher, gore in the game, movement, things of that nature. The third video is going to be content in the game, which is of course going to be items in the store. It's also going to include the totems, the tour of duty, and talk about things of that nature. And then once again, the fourth video will be miscellaneous things, any current bugs that we're aware of, and things like that. So that's going to be the main focus on these videos. As far as just some background for myself, so I've been playing Gears of War since 2006. I started off, of course, in Gears of War 1 because that's when it came out. I got more into multiplayer once Gears of War 2 came into, but I have been playing since the original Gears of War, so I do have a fair amount of experience and background with the game to be talking, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Alright, something else I just want to get clear is that the purpose of these videos is not to shit on the game, to shit on the developers. I know that every other Gears has had issues. Every other Gears has been far from perfect, but it's still been playable and tolerable. This game currently in its current state is not playable or tolerable, and that says a lot. So I just wanted to put that out there. I see a lot of people commenting, the game's trash, Coalition sucks, but they don't give any feedback on what's wrong with the game or how to fix it. They just simply throw out the game's trash and just completely give up on it. So that's why I'm making these videos. Now, as far as population wise, the game is just pretty dead. I'm just gonna flat out and say it, and it hurts to say, but it just is. We had, I believe, about 4 million players off launch. #1 played game for Xbox. It was amazing. I can't think of a time that we had that kind of support. Maybe in Gears 3 because that game was so heavily marketed, but I'm trying to just think back and I just can't. And they kind of just, all our players kind of just dwindled off. They had Shroud playing the game, they had Ninja playing the game, Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect was really getting into it, and I don't really see him playing it anymore, but I remember watching Ninja play it, and he was just playing campaign, and this man kept loading up World of Warcraft, to check it. And I don't really know anything about World of Warcraft or how it works if you have to monitor it, but it's if you're paid to play something, you're supposed to play it. But it was so blatantly obvious that he was paid to play it and he wasn't really enjoying it. And as soon as the time was up, that man hopped off that game so quick. And another thing was with different countries, they just simply weren't able to play. They couldn't find games, search times were ridiculous, and then when they actually got into games, it's 200, 300, 400 ping game lobbies. And at that point, I don't even know how people are connecting to Xbox Live on 400 ping, and maybe it's not their connection, maybe it's just the servers, but that was a big issue. We do have a lot of players that are outside of the country, outside of the US, that do play, and that definitely, didn't sit well with a lot of people. So, who's to blame for it? That you make your own assumptions, but it is what it is. So as we get into the video, this gameplay that's going to be playing in the background is going to be a ranked execution gameplay versus Toddy and Sleepy Time, former member of Reciprocity. I understand it's just public, it doesn't mean much, but should be fun to watch. We were down 4-1 and we ended up coming back and winning. We weren't stacked or anything. I don't know for a fact if they were stacked or not, but it was just me and one other person playing. So please leave me a like on the video. It definitely helps me out. So hit the subscribe button and press that bell so you guys aren't missing any videos or any content that I upload. I really would appreciate that, as well as dropping a comment with any feedback on the game or any feedback on anything that I've said that maybe I can include in a future video. These videos do take me a fairly long time to make, so definitely really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, first and foremost, first issue we're going to focus on is going to be the ranking system. So all in all, to make long story short, ranking system is broken. It's just broken. They had done a full rank reset. I don't remember exactly when it was a month or two ago, but come to find out, it wasn't even a full rank reset because they were still using old data from one of the old ranking systems, which I thought was completely futile. What the heck is the purpose of resetting a ranking system if you're still going to keep old data? It's just fundamentally broken. I'll throw in some screenshots here, but people, you lose points for winning games. My opinion, unless you go super duper negative, as far as performance wise, you should not be losing points for winning. And as far as if you lose, maybe you should lose points. I definitely think you should lose points when you lose, but if you outperform people and you do very well, you get MVP, you definitely shouldn't be losing points. But for the most part, if you do perform well and you get MVP and you still lose, you will gain points, but it's still just not consistent. So that's definitely one thing that needs to be fixed. It gives people a reason to play ranked. If no one's gonna waste time playing ranked if it just doesn't work, and it's still having issues to this day. People losing 2, 3, 4,000 points for winning games, like it's honestly insane. So that's definitely gonna be issue number one that I want to see fixed and resolved very, very quickly. Alright, issue number 2, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on, and is honestly pretty fucking stupid. Why the hell can we not see what you are ranked in the beginning of the game and the ending of the game, like in Gears 4? Like, that's another reason. What the hell is the purpose of getting Master if no one can see it? Supposedly somebody told me that, like, people complained about it, but I just think it's dumb. Put it back in the game. I want to, see the people that I'm playing with what they're ranked, and after the game, I want to see who I played what they're ranked. Just so I know, okay, these people were Master. That's why I got shit on so bad. Like, not going to spend a lot of time on that. Definitely something that I want to see change. Very, very stupid. Alright, issue number 3, which is kind of the same issue to do with visibility. There's this weird glitch. I don't know if it was intentional or what the purpose of it is, but when you're in a ranked game, before you actually load in, it hides the names. They started doing that in Gears 4. But if you press right trigger, you can just see the entire lobby. So, another thing where I really don't understand the purpose of it, because, what are they hiding names where I could still see it? Not something too serious, but just something that I noticed that I don't really understand. Alright, issue number 4, skill-based matchmaking. Now, I don't really know how I feel about skill-based matchmaking. Personally, I feel like our community is not big enough for skill-based matchmaking. The game is just too damn dead to have skill-based matchmaking, because what it does is that, it tries to match you up with certain people, but you have longer queue times because of it, and like I said, there's not enough people playing for it to properly match you. But even so, which I'm sure that it's in the game, I don't know how well it works, but I use the term Timmies. Timmy is your person that just got Gears for Christmas, never really played multiplayer, fresh off campaign, has no business in ranked, and they end up on my team 24/7, and somehow I end up, playing against stacked teams. So it's like, it doesn't work. And, I do like it, but I think I got this from GGZ. Shout out to GGZ. He's been doing a lot for the community. I don't want every single game to be a sweat fest. Part of playing some games, you should get completely demolished. Some games, you should demolish the other team. That's just how it is. So, don't really know how I feel about that. I'm torn. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. That's just my opinions on it. Okay, number 5, which kind of piggybacks off of the last issue, is just searching for games in a stacked team. Gears is meant to be played in a team. It's a team-based game. You could be the best player ever. You could have the best movement, hit all your shots with the Nasher. But if you got 2, 3 Lancers on you, I'm sorry, fam, you're not going to be doing much. So, of course, you want to play with your buddies. You can't find games in a stacked team. Maybe you can, but you're gonna end up playing the same teams over and over again, and it's just gonna take forever. So I'll throw in a little screenshot here, which I don't know if it's the best example, but it's sad because you can't even really play stacked. And I'll literally be watching people's streams, and they'll be like, "Yeah, bro, I'm sorry, I gotta kick you so we can play in a 4-man because we can't find a game." And they'll literally kick the person, and boom, they find a game. So it's like, what is the problem? If this is a team-based game, how the hell am I supposed to play if I can't play in a team? That's definitely a big issue, and I remember it being a thing in Gears 4, but it wasn't as bad. So that's definitely something that needs to get fixed. I don't know the root cause of it, but it's really, really, really frustrating. Okay, issue number 6, and I really appreciate it if you stuck around this long and you're still here. Definitely really appreciate it. But issue number 6 is going to be about the game modes. Now, there is a fair amount of game modes in the game. I personally, since I'm coming from other Gears, I prefer non-respawn game mode. So I really liked Execution. Supposedly the reason that they came up with Escalation and other things was because people wouldn't push. Like, people would just camp and it would just get really stale. But, that's why King of the Hill, I believe, was included in Gears of War 3, because there was an objective. You had no choice but to push. And one thing I can say, I don't get the same vibes from watching Gears 3, King of the Hill, Hypefestation, and watching Escalation. It just doesn't do it for me. But the main thing, my problem with the game modes is only 3 game modes don't have aim assist. And I don't like playing with aim assist. I just don't. I have it completely turned off in my settings. So even when I do play game modes that have aim assist, I'm still at a disadvantage because I'm not using it. And right now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the only game modes that you can play that don't have aim assist are the competitive game modes, which is Execution, Escalation, and 2v2 Nashers. Which it shouldn't even be 2 tunings. Rob Ferguson straight up said flat out, like, hey, there's not going to be 2 tunings in the game. If someone could find the clip, please link me to it, because I've been trying to find that clip for ages. But I remember that man straight up saying that there was only going to be 1 tuning. And yes, the weapons might not be different. The weapon tuning is the same, not like Gears 4, but it's still 2 different tunings. You're splitting a community that's already small. And I can't play King of the Hill, which is a super fast-paced game mode, because I don't want to play with aim assist. And and the kill cam isn't accurate, I understand that, but I just don't want to get killed by missed shots. Or you play and you're like, I wonder, did I hit that shot, or maybe aim assist helped me out a little bit. Like, you shouldn't even have to worry about that. Like, stop giving people an option to even do that. So that's a big thing for me. I would love to be playing free-for-all. None of my friends play this game anymore because they're fed up with it, so none of them play anymore. I would like to play free-for-all, but guess what? I can't, because it has aim assist in it. And supposedly the developer said they're going to do something where, like, if you have aim assist turned off, you get additional XP. I don't want that. Take it out the game completely, or if you're going to have it, just keep it in quick play or something. That's definitely an issue that really gets on my nerves, and has been one of the main reasons that I'm actually not really playing this game anymore. I've been pretty much grinding GTA, and that's one of the sole reasons, because of what I'm limited to play. And you can't even really find games in 2v2 Nasher, so you don't even have 3 game modes. It's pretty much 2 game modes. Alright, for my last and final point that I'm going to cover in this video is going to be regarding the Carnage Report. Now, if you don't know what the Carnage Report is, it was a feature that was included in Gears 3, it had it in Gears 2. Don't remember if it was in Gears 1 or not, but I'll throw a screenshot up on the screen of what it looks like, what it was. Pretty much after the game was over, you could go and press a button. It would show you everyone's KD, everyone's win-loss, everyone's kills. Pretty much you were able to see their stats right after the game. And I feel like this is something to grind for totally separate from ranked. Like, let's just think that, okay, rank's broken, it doesn't work. But if they had this in the game, I guarantee you there would be some people solely just playing the game, grinding just for stats. Because it's a flex, it is, pretty cool. Everybody wants to get that 2.0 KD, get that high win-loss to say, hey, I do win, And I'm not sure why it was taken out. I guess people felt like they were being exposed or something, or they felt insecure of their stats, but I really wish that they would have kept that in the game. That was something in addition to grind for. And I actually saw a post on Reddit the other day of someone asking why it was taken out. And it's really unfortunate. So that is all I am going to cover in this video. I really appreciate it if you stayed this long and you watched the entire video. Once again, please go ahead and slap that like button. Slap the hell out of that like button like it owes you money. And please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. Once again, make sure that you're not missing out on any content that I'm uploading. I am going to have 3 more installations to this series. I talked about what those videos will include in the beginning of the video, so if you weren't sure, you can go ahead and rewind back to that. But I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. It's been your boy himself, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully this video doesn't fall on deaf ears and it can get pushed to the right people.
That's good. Shit.